Okay. Well, welcome all to the April 2022, can't believe it, TTR Networking Leaders Call. Thank you for being on. I appreciate it very much. I know that the spring is just like going bananas. We were just talking before we started recording about the stinky trees in our yards, but we are going to deal with it because along with it comes the pretty flowers and all the other stuff. So thank you all for being on today. We will basically, we're just going to start out with, it's I don't know, anything anybody wants to share that's new and good. Just, you don't have to, nothing, you don't have to give us big in-depth things. Anything new and good? Nothing? Well, you guys are worthless. Oh, did I say that on recording? I did. Ugh, shouldn't have said that. No, I'm just joking. Nobody in this group is worthless. Not at all. I wish I could show you my newest granddaughter's picture that our daughter sent us this morning from her ultrasound, but I don't know how to do that. I haven't sent it. I should send it, then I can show you. But her name is Scarlett. This is my new and good. She's going to be born on July the 8th. How do we know that? Because she's going to be a C-section, and her mother is already, my daughter, is already calling her a little turd and a little sassy pants and all this stuff. It's like her mother is already against her and she's not even here yet. But every time she gets pictures of her and all that stuff, just, she's a high risk pregnancy. So kind of, you know, every time they go in, it's always kind of, you just want to hear the good news that everything's good. And she is going to be a big baby. But if anybody's ever seen my son-in-law, you would understand she has the potential to be a very big baby. So he is a big boy. But anyway, besides that, it's just kind of fun. We're at that point where she's more than halfway. So I'm excited. Anybody else, now that you've been prompted, anybody got a new and good? Nope. Well, you guys are boring. All right. Let's see. We have, let's see, we're going to go to, I did just send out last week an email, and I've had a few people telling me that they got it. I've gotten a few emails, testimonials through Glimpse Video. And I know it's just an email that says, hey, TTR, well, no, actually my message has the link in it for you to record your video. Now, I will say, Nicole said she had trouble with hers, right? So you did it a different way.
I have trouble a lot, but I tried a few times and I was just so proud. And I went to submit and it's like, error. So I did mine on Zoom. If you just like open your Zoom box, you can hit record, and it's so nice because it's just right there. And then I just submitted it that way and sent it to Jennifer.
And I appreciate that. One thing I did do, like I tried it myself.
Did it work?
And it worked. So
it's helping me.
It could be a number of things. So just kind of know that that is, you know, it could just be your camera or your computer. And I'm going to wait and see, because I was trying to get it out by April 1. Well, obviously this Friday is April 15th already. And I'm not, Nicole, I think you and I have some things we have planned for Friday, and I'm not sure I can do it on Friday now that I'm thinking about it, but with videos and stuff. And I was supposed to send, oh my gosh. Anyway, having said all that, I'm behind the fact. I was babysitting yesterday for my other grandchildren. They had terrible internet. And so I was, anyway. But the point is, if you can do the testimonial video, if you don't see it, I'll be happy to send it out to you. I am trying to work with a new CRM that is going to be an old CRM before too long, I promise. but I'm still getting acclimated to that. But that's where it's coming out through that, the link. You literally click on the link and just record it. Unless you're Nicole and then you get an error. But other than that, it should work out. And then literally, I mean, 2 minutes, you don't even have to do that long, just something just real quick if you can. And let's see, we've got that. And then the local IQ, I mentioned local IQ last time, and maybe I've said it a few times. We've been doing marketing, digital marketing with Local IQ, which actually is through one of our TTR members. He's in our North Side group, good guy. He lives in Chicago, but what we're doing was doing it through the USA Today. No, sorry. What was the paper?
I thought
The Star.
oh,
The Star, and I think it's all part of the same network. But anyway, so it's been an experience going through and doing that. And I mean, it kind of took me a little while to realize what they basically were doing was serving it, is what they used the verbiage, serving it up to local people. So it wasn't as much about the organic, gigantic web. They were or not the web, but the net that you're throwing out. It's more of the local people, and literally we had pinpointed an age range, a geographical area, all of that, and it was a good experience. You might have seen the advertising out. You might have been tempted to click on it, and if you did, that's fine. But I've had people that I know did, and then I was like, no, don't do that. Don't do it, because it skews the numbers. But literally, I think last month I had shared that we had thousands of people finding our network, our ads. What we were trying to do by the end of it now is we're trying to get people to claim 2 free visits to one of our groups. We all know that that's part of what we do, but a lot of people out there looking for networking don't know that. So anyway, that's one thing. And then we've been also promoting the Success Connect Mastermind that we have going on. So that has been interesting. And that still goes for another 2 weeks. So you could see that out there. Once that is over, we have got a lot of very valuable marketing stuff that we have learned and we've created. And so we're going to be probably, what I have discovered is that our leaders, our members and our leaders are the best referral source we have. And we have all kinds of opportunity. We have people, if somebody's local, obviously there's options. If somebody wants to be, if they're more of a global thing, like our lady from Denmark, not Denmark, the Netherlands, I was thinking Danielle from the Netherlands. We've got options, and we're going to try to get more and expand more on that. You'll be hearing about that a little bit more as we go on in the next few months, as we are looking at the summer already. But anyway, so we're hoping, and I'm believing that I know our members are our best referral source. So, and you are in groups and you're in things out there that, if we talk more about what our benefits are, what makes us stand out, there are people that are going to find us and they're going to like what we're doing. And the people who don't, they may just not be the right alignment for us, right, Nicole?
Yeah.
Just not aligned. So,
yes.
Okay, so local IQ will be ending. The top level, I think it's called top levels. There's something else to it, but that's our CRM. And I just wanted to let you guys, you ladies, and Tim Garrity, actually, I should mention, he thinks his daughter had broken her arm. So he was taking her to the hospital and said he doubted he would be on our call today. But so just keep her, I don't know, he's got 2 little beautiful daughter. So I'm not sure which one it was that got hurt. But anyway, I have through the top level CRM program, which is the thing I'm using that I actually, Linda Lewis put me on or turned me on to. There is an email feature of that CRM that I am trying to remember is there, which sounds stupid, but I'll go into that system and I'll see that somebody has messaged, emailed me, and I don't even realize it's here. And today I was at the Fishers group, and the one lady had messaged me like a week ago, and I just saw it and I said, please forgive me. I am learning this. I have got to remember where everything is. And yes, I send out emails through it, but I wasn't thinking that I'd get emails back. I just would, so anyway, so that's that. The reason I tell you about the CRM is just to understand that I'm still learning that a little bit. I mean, there's so much to that. And Linda's helping me immensely with that. So if you don't have a good CRM, and I'm not trying to sell this top level, I'm just saying, get yourself a good CRM, because when you get down to it, if you don't have that, it's amazing all the things you don't realize you could do with one system. And then I just wanted to bring up Referral Runway, and I know we're a small group today, but does anybody have any questions about Referral Runway? I was mentioning to Dawn earlier, we have been with Referral Runway literally like 6 months already. And I don't know if that sounds like a long time to anybody else, but that's a long time. And maybe probably the first 2 months, we did not really even really utilize it the best we can. And we're still not. We're getting there, but we're not there. Anybody got any thoughts? And please, I'm gonna button my lip and give you guys time. Anybody got any thoughts? Nothing?
I have an idea, Jennifer. You know how we've done, we started doing the short little education piece during our meeting.
Yes.
Maybe there's a way to integrate education on Referral Runway into our meetings.
Yes.
So maybe you focus on not the whole program at once, but pick different areas and focus in on each one and kind of check them off the list. So for instance, like last week, we really honed in on getting you your testimonials as part of our accountability, right?
Right.
And so maybe this month you say, okay, I'm going to focus 3 minutes of every meeting I'm in on one part of Referral Runway. And I'm going to ask them to hold themselves accountable if they need to do this in Referral Runway for me, because I think this is a perfect month to remember to, follow through on things, especially as thinking about accountability, which I think for the most part we do, but we also understand that things can slip by because we're so busy. So that's just my thought on it. It's just bite out small pieces and educate everybody, because I think it's something that's new, but I think the more familiar you get with things, the better at them you become.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's a great idea. Kim started in our Northside group. She's got like an education minute, which if you've been, or a couple minutes, if you've been around for a while at all, I don't know, Angie, Dawn, you guys, I think that was part of our agenda way back, and people kind of use it, some people don't, but Kim brought it back up, and she's basically giving it to one member to be responsible every month. So, I mean, so I guess my question, Kim, and anybody else that wants to chime in, please, is that something where I send out an email to you guys, you ladies, gentlemen, and you just plug something in? Or do you want me to, I mean, referral runway truly is just the more you use it, the more you figure it out, right? I mean, I'm just using it, so I'm figuring it out. I'm going to, is there something that I should, in my emails to you guys, should I say, how about talking about the media library this month or this week? Should I do that?
My thought was, Jennifer, if you are not able to be on a call and do it yourself, you could maybe come up with a template for each
Right.
area. And then that way, as a leader, I say, okay, this is the area that Jennifer would like me to focus on. So maybe during announcements, before meeting really gets going, I say, hey, everybody, as you're aware, we're now using something called Referral Runway. And, we're going to focus a little bit on different aspects of that platform each meeting until we get better acquainted.
Okay. And actually, that's not a bad idea. So like this week, I would say I'll just say to you ladies, while we're talking now, this week probably wouldn't be a bad idea to make sure everybody's gone in and done it. And if they've done it, which the majority of our members now have, we have maybe one guy that is not in there, and I don't know if we'll ever get him in there. But I guess I would, that's cool, Kim. I was actually thinking when you started to say that, I was thinking, I wonder if I could like record a little thing, but I'm like, I don't have time to do another thing like that. Not that that's not a good idea, but I'll break it down and I'll share it. And then, and I mean, the world is not going to, combust if somebody doesn't want to use Referral Runway. I don't know why you wouldn't, because it's really easy, really, when you get in there. I think it's a great platform. It really does do so many things. So I don't know if you have any disagreements with that or anything, let me know, please. Because if you're struggling, I don't want you to be, I remember I was a Gold Star leader. That's how we started TTR networking. I got frustrated with Gold Star stuff. And I'm going to be the first one to say, I probably said it to my members when I shouldn't have, that didn't give them a great vision or, a great picture of what TTR or what Gold Star was. And that's the last thing. And the other part of that, going back to the video testimonials, if you say something, please share it with your members that they should have gotten an email with that request. And if they didn't, it might have gone to spam, and I'm happy to send them another one. But if somebody says, I just don't have anything good to say, then I'd like to talk to them, because I'm sorry if they don't have anything good to say. And I laugh, but literally, I want people to know if they don't feel compelled or like they want to do that, then let's figure out, why that's the case. Because we have members, I was talking to Dawn and Nicole earlier, but literally we have people who've been a part of this membership for a long time. And I don't know if, what it is that keeps them here. I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping it's because they're finding some positive things to hang on to, right? So I don't know. Dawn, you guys are all long-termers, at least a few years, and I get on every call, every group, I try to, or I go to the meetings, and there's just so many great relationships that have been, and I mean, Angie, did you think Jason and Kim would stick around as long as they have? I don't know. Maybe I'm asking a question stupid.
You know what? I don't know that I ever thought, but I was brand new to my business when I started the group. So I didn't really.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I didn't really pay that much. I didn't think about, well, how long will I be doing this? But I will say that there are so many networking opportunities out there, and I've jumped into a number of them, and they've all been beneficial in their own way. And there are times when I look at my schedule and I'm like, can I eliminate something? Like, do I want to? And then I'd go back over the customers and the referrals and the relationships and even friendships that I have from being in TTR for so long. And I think, no, it is, I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to do. So even
Good.
though sometimes, especially leading, like trying to come up with what the heck are we going to talk about this week? And, you're busy doing your actual business for the most of the time. And I don't know, Thursday morning comes and I'm like, oh, I have to be on and I have to lead. And so there's times when I'm kind of wanting to give it up, but I look at how much it has brought to my business
Good.
and just my networking life. I've found other resources, the nonprofit part, learning, like keeping my eyes and ears open for nonprofits. And I've been able to share that between TTR and the Exchange Club and other things. So
Good.
I think people leave networking for some of the same reasons. They're kind of like, oh my gosh, it's too much, but you really can't do without it.
So Dawn, does that go right along with our conversation earlier?
Yep.
Doesn't that go right along? I mean, that's it. And that's, I would expect nothing. No, I shouldn't say that. I will say that this call, if it's only the 6 or 5 of us, that's, and it's exactly what people should look at. I mean, when somebody leaves because they don't understand or they don't join and they're getting all kinds of referrals, it's like, man, you could have just paid for a year of networking with what you just made on that one sale. Think about that. If you were to get that, it just bugs the heck out of me when people, but Dawn and I were talking about that earlier. And it's just, that's really what's, it is frustrating as the leader of an organization, but if they're just not there yet, they're not there yet. They don't get it. And Angie, you've been around long enough, not like you're old, but what those of us who've been around understand that it can take a little time, but when it starts to feed you, it can really be more than you ever thought it was going to be. So you didn't say that, but I'm just saying that is a really big deal. And I don't know why I just went to that, except that I will skip right ahead to one of the things I did want to bring up, and while we're chatting about it, is we have, and I put it in the media library in the referral runway. We have this unbelievable list that Nicole created of our benefits. And I'm going to pull it up really quick because I had it up earlier. So this is in our, it's in the media library in Referral Runway. I also, if somebody new joins us or is considering it, I send this out as one of the things they get. Now it's a 1 page. I actually reduced a couple things, but I've updated it and I still got to go back and do some things. But I would just say, you don't have to sit there and spend, a half hour of your meeting reading through this. But I do think every meeting we should be talking about a number of these. And it's because I'm trying to share it. I know Nicole's putting it out there on social media, but people just don't always realize all that's available. So it's the profit acceleration roadmap. It's the referral runway in general. Like I said, I highlighted a few things here, but building relationships, friendships, give authentic professional referrals. I'd like to change that. I don't know that everything is always a referral, but it's a warm introduction. That is so much more valuable than I don't know how many people we've had who say, I've been literally, they're knocking on, what's that, cold calling, going out but they get into a network like, into our groups, they get introductions, they get an introduction, to somebody, they don't have to fight the gatekeeper anymore. They can go to the source, and now you're getting that third, and there's so many things, but we have to be telling our members this, and I'm not even doing a very good job, but we just need to let our members know that when they're in the group, they're valued, they're heard, they're safe. Of course, I will say, it's not going to say in this paperwork that, these groups are a place where you have somebody, if they're not like-minded, if they come in and they turn out to be a crazy person, you also need to be aware of that as a leader, that maybe it's not a great idea to let that person come in, and then we'll figure it out. I don't know if any of you guys have had that really happen that much, but we have had a couple members over the last couple years that during the pandemic and during all the social craziness out there, they really identified themselves as being crazy people. So, and when a group comes to me and says, we can't have this person in our group anymore, I mean, it's really hard to get rid of somebody. So in the event that you have a couple meetings with somebody, just, make sure you are comfortable before. I usually send out a message to somebody and I'll say to a leader, hey, you've got a new membership here. Do you have any questions? Because I don't want you, I used to think, oh, anybody would be, no, it doesn't work that way. So just make sure you know that you don't have to take everybody. Nicole, what were we talking about? I'm sorry, I'm throwing this at you.
That's okay.
Right now, it's 2 visits per group before you're asked to, but we're changing that, right?
No, I think right. Because technically there are some folks out there that literally will visit or have been visiting like 6 groups. And, so 6 times 2 is like 12, 12 visits. And, and then wanting to present.
Yes.
And that's not fair to our paying members, because they're getting referrals.
Yeah. So there is nothing wrong with, I was going to ask you, Angie, real quick, since we have a smaller group, it's actually a great opportunity. But Angie, did you guys and the Westfield group, were you able to do something with Cindy with Arise Together? Are you going to do something?
Actually, the event next Thursday that I just texted to all of you guys, I need to send it out to all of the TTR people. They're not able to be there. Cindy and I emailed. When I was on vacation last week, I was like, I've got to get to this. But she said they have something else going on that night, so they're not going to be able to have a representative there. But we've already gone through a couple and both of them are not able. So I think we're still going to benefit them, even though they can't be there. And just have some brochures about it. And I'll talk a little bit about it. I haven't connected with her on the phone yet, but I feel like from the Zoom recording that the other group had, I got everything that I needed to know to just kind of tell everybody what it's about. So that's what that invitation was that I just texted to you. So $10 for tickets, and includes your admission to the murder mystery and food and just appetizers and drinks. All $10 will be going to, actually, I think we're going to use some of the money to pay for the food. Some of us are donating some stuff, but there's 8 characters in this murder mystery, and each character will be collecting tips that night, and all of that will go to the charity. Wow. So it's kind of a competition to see who can do a better job at their role. It's super, super fun. We had about 35 people come to the one we did for the Exchange Club, and everybody just, wow, they were like, this is so much fun. It's different than any other party they've ever been to. So
yeah, it is fun.
We've been trying, we tried to do it in March and we just didn't get our invitations out and everything. So I'm hoping, and then with spring break, everybody got a late start inviting, but basically each one of us just tries to bring, 3 or 4 people along. And we have a new member. Paula's a new member now. So there's 7 of us. So if all 7 brings 2 people, that's 14 new people to meet. And,
Well, and what I was actually, the Westfield group was mentioning that you guys might do where Cindy presented to the Building Beyond and the Givers Gain at the same time. So I
Yeah.
think there might have been a thought of, and you know
Yeah,
what?
Melissa and I talked, and she's gonna ask her group this
Okay.
week if they can meet with us on our time, because they meet so early in the
Yeah, I
morning.
know.
I don't know if my people will want to do that, but if it doesn't work with their, like, if so many of them say, no, I'm not free on 11:30 on Thursdays, then we won't do it. But I thought that was kind of cool, especially we are gaining people now. We've gotten 2 new members just in this year, which is great, but
Yeah.
for a really long time it was just the 5 of us, and I
Yeah.
kind of felt like if we had 2 groups meet together, when guests are there, they see an increase in numbers. But yeah, you were talking about recruiting, and I think there's a lot of people looking for stuff now. I've known Paula for a year, and I invited her that long ago, and she just finally is starting to take a look at networking. So
Yes.
you
Well,
know.
I definitely would encourage everybody to just keep dripping. I've used that word so many times this afternoon, but dripping on people, because the timing, and we talk about it in the relationship marketing world all the time, you know, the timing, it may just not be right for them. And it may be that you keep asking, and 10 years later, they actually, you know, I mean, are we all going to be around 10 years from now doing this? I don't know, but there's no reason to not keep them in the loop. And yeah, I like Paula. I actually want to do a one-to-one, but she hasn't even responded to my stuff, but I know she's getting it. So, and I put Nicole in connection with her too.
I have one set up.
Oh, good for you. Well, she likes you better. I don't know. Okay. But this, I would just tell you, I guess one thing out of what Nicole said is that I don't think there's anything wrong with reaching out to somebody to present. I don't think so. But then I think about our members, and it's, you know, there's got to be a benefit to being a member. And if everybody is, you know, Cindy is different. That's a nonprofit. Yeah, we're not even talking about a nonprofit world. If Kim were not a member of our network, I would invite her to speak, and be very happy to have her speak, because we know what the good work that, you know, the nonprofits do. I mean, if you find out a nonprofit is not good, then don't invite them. But I mean, in general, what we're trying to do is avoid people just bouncing around presenting and then never, because they don't need to join. You know, I mean, why would they join? So, I mean, I know Angie down on the south side has invited a lot of people to speak, and they end up being members. She figures it out. And I guess if you can figure out how to do that, and they don't get 50,000, now they're not going to get 50,000 referrals anyway, but you know what I mean. If they don't get the referrals, there's got to be a reason they'd want to come back and be a member and get that, you know, we got to figure that out. So maybe if you're sharing some of these enormous benefits every week, I will attach this to it. And, you know, you could even email it to your group, or you could post it in GroupMe, or whatever you're doing. I'm just saying we need to be sharing more of this, because I don't think we're really letting people know. And I mean, I've had a couple organizations I've referred to a couple other networking organizations that are out there, and I'm getting people saying, you know, negative things about the others. I think we have a pretty good thing going on here. And I'd like to just keep working. We got to remind our members what it is. Remind them about that. Remind them about the video testimonials. And then what was the other thing? This thing goes on. I highlighted some of it. We've got Dawn doing the TTR Cares. I'm going to ask her in a minute. We have quarterly networking luncheons that we had one a couple weeks ago. It went well. We've got a few new people that are visiting, thinking they're going to join one of our groups. We have the mastermind, we have Success Connect. We have the special events, Larry Levine's, and we've got other people that are lined up. We'll keep you posted on that. We have this ends there, but it's not open in Indiana now. It's,
Inspire Small Biz.
yeah, and that's actually, we renewed that. And we're
Yay.
gonna try to more than we can, we gotta figure out how to maximize that. There is an event, I don't know, maybe Angie, maybe, I don't know if Kim would know it. They're supposed to be having a big networking event on the 6th of
May
April.
6th.
No, 6th of May, sorry,
Mhm.
which is a Friday. They're supposed to be doing it. But Ryan had forwarded the information, but I think he was still trying to get confirmation as to where it was going to be. Does anybody else know about this?
Is
Okay.
this one isn't in conjunction with TTR and H7 and all
Yeah,
of the.
it is all of
Okay.
those. This is the postponed date
Okay.
makeup thing.
Gotcha.
But I think we would have seen, Nicole and I usually get, or I send, but they had said they were not going to post anything out until they had confirmed a location. I'm laughing because at this point, May's going to be here before you know it. And they're trying to do it was going to be a little more structured when they were doing it at Bar Louie. I think now it's going to be more of just a networking after hours kind of thing. So anyway, we'll see, but I will, I'll share that with you as we get that. One more thing, I'm just going to look real quick here at the, our agenda, just really quickly here. And okay, so it's accountability. Oh, culture index. We still have.
Yes, I want to know how I did. Please.
It's not a test. It's not a test.
Can you check and maybe in the next month or so, because I've sent it out there. I don't know who all has taken it. I had the advantage because I'd taken it before, but do you know? You don't know, do you?
I have to look it up really quick.
Okay, and I should have given you fair forewarning. I didn't know if we were gonna, but I left it in I just feel like you're gonna find out some things that you're like, wow, that's really amazing. And why would that be important? Because think about the people that you're in your group with, people you're working with on your teams and your whatever, you're on committees, you're in the exchange club, you're, whatever, these people. And it just blew my mind when Patrick told me things that he knew just from looking at it that I didn't even know. I guess I should have known, but I didn't know, if that makes sense. So, well, we'll come back and let Angie look at that real quick. But if you haven't taken the survey, we will be happy to send it out again. I'm sure it's in my emails. Accountability April. You guys are all kind of jumping in there. This week, I will start sending out some stuff about referral runway. Kim, that's a great idea. And I'll just give you some things. Hey, this month I keep saying that. This week, can you remind them, please, to, make sure their referral, their profile is looking good, because that I send those out all the time. I had a group not too long ago that I was referring to a leader of a group, and the group leader didn't have a profile. I'm like, or didn't have anything on it. And when
she does now, if you're talking about who I think you are,
I think so. And but the thing was that now, what was I going to say about that? Oh, when I send out a new member email, because I always send it out, I show them in the link what their referral runway digital business card looks like. I mean, I send it so they can look at it.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that'll get people prompted to, oh, that's what I'm seeing, or that's what I'm supposed to do. So that would be my first thing. Kim, thank you for the suggestion. I'll quit talking about it. Accountability, though, I would say every week, give people something that they're accountable for the next week, at least through April, just to hit it home, that this is going on, that this is what we're trying to talk about. Next month is make the connection. And there's so many things under that. But if we're not we're not working with each other, not working with each other like masterminding, and now we've got the accountability, then making the connection kind of falls flat if we're not using those people around us. So anything, Angie, you got?
I asked everyone to use TTR networking as their company name, and nothing's coming up. I saw Nicole's and I saw yours,
Okay,
but when I search for TTR networking, that's why I wanted you to do that, so I could see who from our groups had done it.
Okay.
But I only see yours
didn't.
and Nicole's.
Angie, I did it, but I think I forgot to do that.
Okay.
and I would just tell you, it isn't a test. I know Nicole was like, I want to know what I got. I know what yeah, it's okay. But maybe we can do it one more time or something. I just think it's so worth it. When you're done, you'll be like, oh, wow, cool. But I will go on. Nicole, you're doing your cards and chill. What in the heck is that?
Well, I have the start your week that we start off on Mondays, and then which we kind of get ready for the week with the meditation, some affirmations, and we talk about kindness and cards. But we're trying out Friday night live at 7 p.m. Kind of even like an hour, like an open house. If y'all remember the creative memories, I don't know if y'all did that up here. We did that in Kentucky. And so we would go like on a Friday night, maybe once a month or something, to our friend that was in charge of that. And, and she was just like, just bring whatever you have and scrapbook. But of course, we wanted to see what she had. We wanted our stuff to look like hers. But it's fun because with this, it's like we start the week with gratitude. We're going to end the week with gratitude. And, and just cards or letters, kindness in the mail. So, if you guys want to join us, or, somebody, who just might, and it's really what it says. It's just chill. It just, we're just, a lot of us, what did we have? We had water and coffee.
Oh, I was going to say, she started out the call last week, seeing what we had in our drink glasses. I said, if I had planned this, I would have had a big strawberry daiquiri with, whipped cream on it. I'll do that the next time. But Nicole is also, I would just plug this because Nicole, we're trying to get her to do I'm trying to get her to do, along with her brand of the Start Your Week, Start Your Blog.
Yes, working on Start Your Blog. So just like the very beginning of it, not like a full blown, just, what is a blog? How do you, and right. Everybody, you see, there's so much out there. And even the course that I had taken, the Ruth Sukup, they jump in real fast with your website. Well, if you don't know what your blog is or your niche or what you're going to write about or anything, we want to save you. I want to save you money, so because you have to, cross the bridge one way. You can't just, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But anyway, so that's like in the works of the.
Yeah, but I mean, doesn't that sound, I think that sounds pretty cool. Start your blog. And you keep it very low key, but you're helping people with blogs now that you have not shared that you're doing that. And that's really, you could be making a lot of money doing that. So we're going to make sure people know about it. And I'm just kind of going quickly through these, but, and you said BYOC, bring your own cards. But you truly, it is an invitation to anybody that wants to get their cards to do something like that. So
well,
it's
that's
not
the thing. I did like 8 postcards, and it was just like, and it's fun because I'm using my platform. I have, I'm sharing it some of the meetings, some of the evening, so y'all can see what I do, and just chit chatting, and we had fun and stories, but just low key. It's just,
and you had somebody ask, do you have to use send out cards? And you said no.
No, you
it's
bring
just
whatever you have.
Yeah, it's to. So the people who do the what did you call it?
The what?
What was the thing you were talking about? The thing you did in Kentucky? What was it?
The creative memories.
Creative memories. So somebody that's doing something like that. I mean, we really are all about relationship marketing in this network. And I really want it to be a theme that you see on a regular basis. And Nicole just wanted to do it, kind of gives her an opportunity to get her cards done.
It gives me
but-
accountability.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
you're doing it, and that's why, so somebody else could be sending out little, whatever. We've got some unbelievable artists in this group, or in our network. Just going through that, we're going to run out of time. I can't believe it. So celebrate National Hanging Out Day with us. That's Tuesday, April 19th. And we're talking about everything today is all about relationship marketing. Not really. But if you don't know it, that there's an actual holiday for hanging your clothes out on a clothesline. Is that silly or what? There is that garlic. It's National Garlic Day, National Bicycle Day, National Stress Relief Day, and Humor Day. And then Ashley Judd, James Franco, Kate Hudson, Dudley Moore, they were all born on that day. So we're just going to talk about every holiday. If you look on your calendar, every day there is some kind of a holiday. So we're going to talk about how easy it is to it could be National Chocolate something day, right? I don't know if she's there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. She's
Several
very,
chocolate holidays, and I can tell you about them.
I know you
One's
know
coming
that.
up this Sunday.
Oh, yes,
You have
no
lots of
kidding.
chocolate in your Easter basket, Dawn?
I don't even have an Easter basket, but I do have chocolate.
Well, we're very excited just to be able to say there's always something to celebrate. There's always somebody to recognize. There's always something. So we're going to do that. And these are all on our website, April 19th. Nicole's thing is every Friday. And then we have our Success Connect Mastermind. There is one free visit. If you attended Larry Levine's thing, if you didn't hear that, the one thing I would take away from, he builds community. Not one thing I would take away. There was a lot that he shared. But the idea is, if we could give people one free visit, if you know somebody that would like to participate, we've got room. The group, I don't think a mastermind should be very big, but I thank you, Angie, Nicole, and Linda Lewis has been helping with that. Linda is actually presenting on the 20th. She is not presenting tomorrow. She does it like once a month. And if you want to pick up some really great tips, business-wise, she's kind of doing more the business end of it. And then we're talking about, last week we missed Angie. I said, Angie's going to share her vision. Well, she was on the beach. So her vision had been
Good vision.
manifested. She was good. But we thank you for all your help, guys. So that's on Wednesdays at 4. TTR Cares, really quick, Dawn, you want to give an update on that?
Let's see. The next TTR Cares is going to be scheduled in June. And
Go ahead.
okay. The next TTR Cares is going to be scheduled in June. It's going to be an evening Zoom call again. However, it will be recorded and shared. If you'd like, please feel free to visit the recording of the March call. I am my brother's keeper, and share that with friends. There were a lot of great ideas on how we can help and contribute to others around us in our communities, etc. The June call has not been, I haven't titled it yet. It is going to be about community policing, from neighborhood watch to engaging with local law enforcement. So I'm hoping that I will have some guests, as far as some community group leaders and a representative from local law enforcement to be a part of that discussion. So I will keep you posted on further details, but I hope that everybody is interested and available to join in.
Thank you. I kind of sprung that on her today. I decided that we needed to get that, just so we have an idea when that's coming up. She's doing it quarterly, and I would really encourage you to watch it if you were not able to be on the call. And I really feel that that is such a big part of our mission in general. I just feel like we need to be doing, because Dawn has made this so much, so much focused on nonprofit stuff. And in our conversation today, how many times did we talk about nonprofits? I mean, there's so many great things that we're all part of. So thank you. And thank you, Kim, for what you do with your nonprofit world, because that takes a special, and Angie, I mean, all of you guys, I mean, just, it blows me away. I never knew there were nonprofits out there doing the great work that you guys are all doing. So thank you for that. Really quick, Giver's Gain is on Thursday mornings at 9. I kept that in there. I asked Jasmine last week if she could speak about this. Oh yeah, well, she's not here. So she
She
obviously,
must be on a call or.
there you go. But
Yeah.
that is on Thursday mornings. And if you, industry exclusive, a lot of the main industries have now been sucked up, or we do, but if you have any questions, that would be Nicole, right?
Yes.
So that group's having, I mean, I'm excited. Every time I talk to Jasmine, she called me last week to tell me how excited she was about that group. So really quick, Nicole, did you want to add anything there?
No, I'm just blessed. I'm like her silent partner. So we're just so blessed. We're so thank you. A great group following the accountability this month. Well, there's like 6 of us in the group. So we each buddied up with someone this past week with the one big goal for the week. And I'm excited to see how we did. And, if it went well, then next week we'll switch around. We randomly, chose who was with who. And it, it doesn't have to be anything big. We're encouraged to do one-on-ones anyway. So why not do a one-on-one, focus on one person? And Donna probably got this idea from you a while ago last year. And thank you. And, but it's just neat how it just kind of snowballs, and
Yes.
yeah, that's good.
Well, I would just say that, and we do have a number of groups that, I mean, that's the thing. I think our foundations are laid really well in most of our groups. Now it's just a matter of who do these people know that, would be good, just good accentuation of what's already there. I don't know, that's a bad word. You know what I'm saying? But thank you, Nicole, for helping, because I know Jasmine was really nervous about going out on starting her own group. So she is, and it's going well. Quarterly TTR networking speed luncheons. I just wanted to make sure everybody knows. Monday, June 20th and September 19th. They both go noon to 1:15. The June one, I don't believe is out on Eventbrite yet, but I will probably start saying something about it in May. I wouldn't get too crazy about it, but put it on your calendar. And then we have our next meeting is May the 10th. Let me double check. That is not an issue. Mother's Day is the 8th. So I don't schedule anything for a Sunday anyway, unless it's our executive group. What was that? Trust your intuition day, guys. That's what Tuesday the 10th is. Kind of strange, but anyway, that would be, I guess, where I wanted. Did anybody want to share anything else? Angie, what do you think we should do on that as far as the culture index?
Well, only Kim, Nicole, and you have taken the survey.
Right. So do you want me to?
You want to put it out there again? Like, I don't know how interested everyone is.
Right.
I know you guys saw it, so you kind of saw how cool it can be, but
yeah,
it is something that people are sometimes hesitant to do.
Maybe they
So
need to see what you have for us, and then
Yeah.
maybe they're going to be like, I want that.
Yeah.
I still want to do it, Angie. I haven't, but it's been on my list and I still want to do it. So I'm
Okay.
going to commit to getting it done by the end of this week.
accountability
It's
month.
really short, Dawn. It takes like 8 minutes. I know a lot of assessments can
It's
be,
fast.
there's a popular one out there that's like 75 questions. It takes forever. This is
8
very
minutes?
quick.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna commit to getting it done before midnight tonight.
All
Woo,
right.
So,
Make sure, try to put TTR in caps and
Uh-huh.
then networking as your company name. That'll make it really easier, a lot easier for me to search.
so Angie, if they go to cultureindex.com, can they go in and take it? No, they
No,
can't.
we don't want to do that. You won't be
Okay.
on in Pat's. You want to
Okay,
be, I won't have access to it if you do
okay,
that.
so,
They'll send them to another licensee.
okay, so
Wow.
do you need to,
You want the
how do
link?
we?
So I
Yeah,
just need to go back to Jennifer's previous email about it, correct?
right, I think so.
Okay, will
I
do.
mean, and that's what I was saying, that if, even if Angie could send it to me one more time, I will send it out, but Dawn wants to get it done today. So, if you wanted to put it in the chat, Angie, you could do that. I don't know if you want to, but could you?
Yeah.
Okay, and then, go ahead, sorry.
I just said thank you.
Yeah, and I know everybody's busy. Thank you for making the time, and maybe it's partial. Well, who knows? I mean, I did send it out. We had a lot of people accepted. I am sure that today just came up really fast. So if there's anything else, let me know. The Culture Index, I would just say again, please check it out, because if you haven't done it, did you find Kim's by any chance, Angie?
I did.
Oh, you said that? Okay, Kim, you don't have to do it. You did it. And everybody else, just be safe out there. And thank you for all you do. And Angie, I can't even see beyond the neckline, but you look tan, woman.
Yeah, I
You're
got a
like
lot of
glowing.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
I mean, there was significant amount of burn in the beginning because, I mean, Key West is really far south. I
Yeah.
did not realize how off the mainland it is. So we were like closer to the equator than when you just normally go to Florida.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, it was fantastic. If you guys have never gone, so I had only been there on a excursion from a cruise ship before and just spent we did scooters one time. We just hung out in Sloppy Joe's, which is a famous restaurant down there. But this time I got to actually see all of the island, and we went on the
Cool.
water several times. Yeah, it's really, and actually, because the reason we booked it is my husband found a nonstop flight on Allegiant from Indy to Key West, the Key West actual airport, not flying into the mainland and then driving, because that bridge could take hours to get
Oh,
across.
yeah.
So we were 2 minutes from our condo. When you get there and your flight's been delayed and all that, and you still have a 40 or 45-minute drive to where you're staying, 2 minutes. We were there.
Good.
That is so awesome.
It's all very compact, and yeah, it was beautiful.
Good for you. Cool.
Great. It's a
Well,
great spring break destination, especially because you always want to get far enough south that it's warm. And for 2.5-hour flight from Indy, it was great.
Good
That's
for you.
it? Just a 2.5
That
hour
is
flight?
amazing. That's amazing. Well, we're glad you got back, and we are glad you had a good time. We may not act like it, but we're glad you. And we're glad you are here. And I will see if anybody wants to jump on Dawn's call at 6. She would be very happy to have you, I'm sure. But I will see you in a little bit, Dawn. And thank you, everybody, very much. You
Bye,
are all
everybody.
awesome. Thank you
Have a
very
great
much.
night.
You too,
Bye-bye.
guys. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, guys.